Updated November 3, 2017 111,833 Donald Trump is about to embark on a 12-day Asia trip almost exactly a year into his presidency and still with no consistent Asia policy. Key points: Trump will visit Japan, South Korea, China, Vietnam and the Philippines. McMaster says he thinks Trump won't modulate his language. Trump will leave behind the unfolding Russia investigation. He will visit Japan, South Korea, China, Vietnam and the Philippines, before somewhat controversially heading back to the United States hours before the annual East Asia Summit, which brings together the region's leaders. Mr. Trump has two central interests that will dominate his trip: North Korea and trade. He has played the tough guy on North Korea, threatening the regime with U.S. military action if its nuclear program is not wound back, and pressuring China to force its ally to comply by enforcing sanctions. But as always, his position is more inflammatory than the one put by his secretaries of state and defense, who continue to advocate for a diplomatic solution until that avenue is exhausted. It is said that there is relative international confidence in the team of H.R. McMaster, James Mattis and John Kelly on matters of defense and security, but their words are mostly more tempered than those of their boss. All eyes will be on Mr. Trump's Twitter feed while he is in the region, as Asian nations view the visit with trepidation, fearing rhetoric that could cause a miscalculation amid an already tense relationship with North Korea. "I don't think the president really modulates his language," General McMaster said when asked if Mr. Trump will change his behavior while abroad. Asked what the best possible outcome of the trip would be, one Washington-based Asia expert said just stick to the script. Mr. Trump aides are said to have been planning the trip for months, even down to his meals, to ensure that it goes smoothly. Amid Russia investigation, Trump could look weak. Trump will leave behind the unfolding Russia investigation, which has been a distraction in the lead-up to the trip as the first indictments were served on Trump campaign team members. He is said to be concerned the investigation makes him look politically weak, and may affect the power dynamic in his negotiations with Asian leaders, especially Chinese President Xi Jinping, who is at the height of his power. Having abandoned the Trans-Pacific Partnership on trade, the Trump administration has let go of its best lever to exert some control over Asian economics, while China builds political and economic power in the region. Now, Mr. Trump wants to make bilateral deals and push the Chinese for improved trade conditions. Beijing is expected to roll out the red carpet for Mr. Trump, but the visuals may be more spectacular than the results, which are expected to be incremental. Mr. Trump's focus on North Korea in trade also fails to consider the other issues at play in the region, including the plight of the Rohingya, human rights issues in general, military rule in Thailand, deteriorating democracy in Cambodia, the South China Sea and maritime freedom, and the overall rise in Chinese influence. Mr. Trump's 12-day visit excludes Australia, but the fact that it is happening shows a continuing U.S. commitment to Asia. His every move will be watched and his every word will be analyzed as regional leaders continue to await a clearly articulated Asia policy. Topics: Government and politics, world politics, foreign affairs, United States, Vietnam, China, Korea, Republic of Japan. First posted November 3, 2017 110,024.